What's up, homies and homettes? It's your girl Candace. It's been a couple days. I know I've been saying I'm gonna be back tomorrow, I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm never back tomorrow. But trust me when I say it was not my fault. Yesterday, I swear those stars and the moons were not aligned right because everything that could go bad went bad. First off, I woke up in the morning, gained an entire pound. Why, you ask? I have no idea, but I was very pissed about it. I mean, livid, and also just feeling kind of defeated. I know the grand scheme is that I am down 26, 27 pounds, but I have 3 days left, and I'm just like, this is not the time to be gaining, Candace. Like, what happened? What happened is, I think it was those eggs. You know, and because I saw on the vegetarian meal plan, they'll do eggs, but they do 1 egg and 3 egg whites. And I don't know what was in that egg burrito. All I know was it was eggs. And at the time I thought, well, protein, that's what they say. At least eat your protein. That's better than me eating the tortilla or something else that they had at the time that, like I said, I didn't have very many options. So in my mind, I was thinking protein, protein. But I also now realize that I probably had a little bit too much protein. Not only did it make my stomach irritated for a day and a half, even today it's still kind of like, but I gained. And then when I woke up this morning, I had gained another 0.2. So I'm like up a pound, 1.2 pounds with 3 days to go. Like, that just doesn't make me feel well. It just makes me mad. It makes me angry. It makes me a little frustrated, and I know I should be appreciative, but I think I got a little spoiled, and right now I want to be a big baby about it. I'm trying not to be, but I can't make any promises because I go into these modes where sometimes I'm just like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm almost in phase 3. But then I don't want to be heavier than I was at one point in phase 2. Like, I'm already nervous about going into phase 3 and adding new foods and gaining or possibly seeing fluctuations. I wanted to be solid when I left phase 2. And these up and downs are not making that the case. So, let me just take a breath because clearly I'm wound up. I'm just going to, I have been staying exactly POP, perfectly on protocol. I have not cheated. I have not wavered. So we'll see. Hopefully, like the next day or so, I'll have some huge, just gigantic loss and just be blown away. I know there's still time. I just need to get out of this decade. If I can get out of this decade, I will be fine. But that's what happened to start my day off yesterday. And then I have been saving my money, been shopping, been comparison shopping, looking at all the sales, trying to find a new television because I have not had a television for my living room since I moved here, which was in October, and I wanted a TV. Finally find a deal. After, like, I'm telling you, months of looking and finding something that's like, listen, I don't need my living room to look like a sports bar. I'm not looking for no 70-inch. I didn't even really want a 40-inch, but the best deal was this 40-inch television. So I go to Best Buy. I arranged for my cousin to meet me after because he's going to help me lug it in and hook it up. He ended up having some other plans, so I just went there and got the TV myself. I had them put it in my car, and then my cousin's brother came and helped me take it upstairs. They helped me, he also helped me put the little stand on it and all that stuff. So the TV's here, it's hooked up, I plug it in and I'm thinking I'm gonna do my video and then I'm gonna go and get my TV situated. So I said, well, let me just call Comcast because I know that it takes a while for them to set up the little digital box and I can do my video while I'm waiting and then be done and I can veg out the rest of the night on the couch. Okay, here's my first problem. I am all for people having a job. I'm all for people coming here to this country and making a better life for them. Like, I am so behind that, like you don't even know. I think that's a wonderful thing and I'm glad that they're doing it. My problem is that if I'm calling customer service and you can't understand me and I can't understand you and you're supposed to be helping me with my question, it drives me insane. So then, when clearly we're not communicating and I'm repeating myself, he's repeating himself, I don't understand him, he's not really understanding me, so I politely asked if I could speak to somebody different. Tell me why the person they put on the phones, the language barrier was even harder than the one that I was talking to previously. And I don't want this to sound like I'm coming off rude or arrogant or disrespectful, because that's not the case. It's just, I I would not I expect when I'm calling in for a problem that, for one, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying is the problem and then help me with solutions. Do you know that I had to call back 3 different times to have somebody walk me through this, the activation for the cable box, and each time somebody told me something different? So I get the home and I get the TV home about 4. No, that's a lie. Probably like 5:30. I don't get my TV activated until 9:30 that night after 3 phone calls. And actually, I think it was closer to 10 because I just could not make headway. And I said, well, let me just do the automated system. I can walk myself through it. But because my television was new and something with the configuration of the TV, I kept having to go call them because it kept saying error. But that was just like, are you kidding me? Like, all I wanted to do was watch my shows tonight on TV. There was that new show Splash with the celebrities that dive into the water. I don't know, it seemed like that would be interesting, and I thought I'd watch it on my new 40-inch screen TV. No, that did not happen. So finally, they're like, well, we'll send a tech guy out. I turn everything off. I call again, trying to go through the automated system. I'm looking through the manuals. I clicked one little thing that they actually told me, no, do not plug that in. I plugged it in, and guess what? The TV starts working. So that was that one problem. Well, during one of the many times I was waiting to get this TV activated and it didn't happen, I start to video record. I'm gonna tell you guys all about my day and how the weight loss didn't happen and how I was frustrated and how I was discouraged. And then by the time I got to y'all, I was kind of mad because of this whole situation with the TV. Well, what I didn't realize is I have, in this place, my apartment, 1 cable cord thing, like 1 cable outlet. So in order to get the TV activated, I had to unplug my cable from my internet and plug that in with the TV. If I undid that, then the activation wouldn't go through. No other plug. I'm looking behind my couch, I'm looking behind my bed. I'm like, there has to be one more. No, there wasn't. So I said, okay, well, I'll just use my phone to video, and then I can just upload it straight from my phone. Because the problem was, is if I did it on my camera, I wouldn't be able to upload it to my computer and then upload it to YouTube. So I tried to use it on my phone. Well, yesterday, I don't even know, you guys probably have noticed, there's some videos that will cut a few minutes of, or a few seconds of sound out, because I found out that my video, for some reason, the video function on my phone, after so much time, it like takes a second to refresh itself. So it's like a 15-minute gap. And I hate that because I don't like to put out product that's not complete. Plus everybody's like, well, what'd you say? And I can't remember. I'm trying to read my lips, but as you can tell, I talk a mile a minute. So I was like, okay, well, let me just make a really quick, short update, really like 3 minutes. Just tell them, hey guys, I didn't forget about you. This is the deal. Now all of a sudden the phone wants to keep saying error every time I want to upload this video to YouTube. It'll upload it up, which takes like 45 minutes, and then it says error, cannot process. Tried it again, error, cannot process. Nothing was going right. Like, I was at my wit's end yesterday. I just wanted to, first of all, rip those bag of chips open. And then second of all, I just wanted to scream, like, come on. What else could go wrong went wrong? Like, seriously. So then I just went to bed kind of mad, hoping that like the next day would be better. And then of course, like I said, today I wake up and I still gained 0.2 pounds on 3 days left of drops. Like, come on, let's get it together. I know that this is probably like, Candace, there's bigger issues in the world, there's bigger problems. I know, but the point of me doing this is for me to tell you exactly how I'm feeling, and that's how I was feeling. And I tried to shake it, but you know, sometimes it's just not shakeable. It's just not. Like, you just can't shake it. And then it's like, I don't want to come all this way, work so hard, and be 39 days clean and sober off of all sugars, and then end the whole deal when I get to 42 days and I'm up. Like, I don't want to end it like that. Like, this is so important for me. Plus, you guys, I have a little anxiety about phase 3 because I just don't want to start adding things in and then just get carried away. I know that right now I am still going to have to be very strict on myself because I'm not at that place where I can control myself emotionally. I know you're saying, well, you did, because yesterday I could have had, I'm looking at him because I've moved him over here since I'm trying to load that TV. And excuse the mess back there because I have all the styrofoam and everything, all the box and the wires everywhere because I'm still trying to plug up the TV. Oh, I didn't even tell you the rest of that. I'll tell you that story in a second. So I'm trying to like really control my emotions and just make everything, not use food to make myself feel better. And you guys are really helping that because I try to vlog it and get it out of my system and just like yell it or cry or scream it or laugh it off. But when I'm not able to do that, yesterday was like, you guys are kind of like my Food Eaters Anonymous. Like I need to be able to give that time and just say this is what I'm feeling. And yesterday there was no outlet. But I made it through. And those are very big victories for me, the non-cheating, the going one step at a time, taking it day by day, being discouraged and frustrated but not just giving into it. So I know that this is a good thing and this is all part of the process. You've heard me say that before, but it doesn't help when you're the one like having to deal with it. And other people can tell me like, oh, I gained. And I'm good about saying, don't worry about it. It's part of the process. I know how you feel. Keep staying on it. You'll lose that weight. I can say it to somebody else. Easy. But when it comes to me doing it myself, So that is, I'm going to cut this off because I need to tell you part 2 about this whole TV fiasco. Just want to let you know I have gained the 0.2. I've got 3 days left. We got to go strong, hit it hard to make sure we can handle this. And I plan on handling it. Okay, guys. This is part 1, and then I'll bring part 2 to finish telling you about my TV fiasco because it's not over. Oh, and it gets better. So I will be at you in just a minute. Stay tuned.